Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to count how many batteries are in here. And you can clearly see that there's 4 batteries. So let me pop one out. And I know you guys know how to read the voltage on the battery, but just in case. AA batteries, C batteries, AAA, they're all 1.5 volts. So simply do the math. There's 4 of them, so there's 6 volts. So now we know we need a 6-volt charger in order to make this work. So in this case, I couldn't find a 6-volt. Go figure, we have millions of them, right? But I found a 5-volt. What I don't want to do is I don't want to go higher. I found a 9-volt, and I don't want to go higher because I don't want too much voltage. But lower at 5 volts is probably going to be fine. So if you got to go a little bit lower, that's okay. If you need to go higher, I don't recommend it because you can burn up something. The reason is because the wiring in here is set up, I'm trying to adjust that, sorry, is set up for 6 volts. So anything hotter, the wiring in here might be too thin and you can burn something out. You're not going to hurt the wire on the cord because it's already rated for that. So that means this wire in here is going to be thinner if this is a 9-volt charger. So try to get it as close as you can. If anything, go a little bit below. So we're going to use this 5 volts. So let's start off by cutting this end that we don't need and we don't remember what it went to. So let's cut that and strip the wires back. Okay, so we got pretty lucky with this because there's black and red. And you all know red is hot and black is ground. But what if you don't have a black and red? Well, some of them here you can see has got a white stripe on one side and the other side has nothing. The white stripe is going to be positive. If, let's say you don't have any stripes, look real closely on the side of the wire. There'll be grooves. One of them will have grooves and one won't. And if it has grooves, that side is positive. So those are the 3 that you'll come across, one of those 3. If there's grooves on the side, it's positive. If there's white on it, it's positive. And if you cut it open and it's clearly red and black, black is negative, red is positive. So now that you have that determined, now that you have the correct amount of voltage, let's show you where you need to connect them. So the batteries all are joined together, and you can pretty much assume that the very last one, which is negative, and the very first one that makes the connection is positive. But to make sure, let's go ahead and pull this back cover off and verify that. Sometimes I'm wrong. So now that we have the back cover off, we can see there's no connections here. They just join in as the batteries go around in a loop. As if there was one big battery here and one side of it was positive and one side was negative and it was a 6-volt battery. If you have a 6-volt battery, you could wire it in like that. And here you can see this side is positive and this side is negative, black and red. So you know where we're going now. It's just as simple as that. So here's one, those are the 2 connections we want to make. There's always some sort of a small hole in here where the clip goes, and that's where I'll run the wire through. So let me go ahead and run that through, and we can connect them. You can wrap the copper wire right around these, and it'll probably be fine. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little solder on it to make sure it doesn't come off. But in most cases, it don't. Okay, so we've just connected the ground to the ground, the hot to the hot, and I've tied a little knot in there that's bigger than the hole. You understand why? So when the kids pull on it, they don't pull this off, because sometimes these connections aren't really strong. So that's why we do that. So let's get her put back together and plug it in. Okay, so now I've cut a little spot out of my back piece to cover the batteries, and that of course is where the wire is going to come out. Okay, so now we got that battery cover in there. We've got her plugged in. Let's try it out. Oh, my cover just came off. I'll put it back on. There we go. Sing it, James. I hope this helped you out for any little thing that you needed to wire up, a little game control or something. I don't know, anything that takes batteries. So enjoy. Please click like if you like it. Please subscribe if you like it. And click on my name under my video for any of my other how-to videos. There's about 100 of them. Enjoy.